All right, welcome back everybody. It is January 25th and it is run streak day 114. Also, if I complete a 5K today, that will be 111 days in a row, 5K or longer. We're at Brown's Woods in West Des Moines. And yeah, the trail's looking really good. Nice and snowy out here in the woodlands. I was actually hoping to avoid the wind today by coming to the woods, but it seems to have followed me here, unfortunately. It's a little windy, but it's a lot more windy, or a lot windier back in town. Downtown was really cold because of the wind. For today's run, we're probably gonna keep it at around 5 miles or so. This is not an easy trail when it's not covered in snow. So, should be a nice little challenge with all the hills and ups and downs that this trail has. Should make it interesting. Our pace is not gonna be fast. It is not that kind of trail, but it should be a really enjoyable run. I saw a lot of cars out in the parking lot, so I was thinking it was gonna be busy out here on the trail, but I've only seen one person so far. So somebody went over the trail with like a tractor or whatever, maybe trying to clear it. I'm not real sure, but it actually doesn't help at all. It makes it harder to stay on the trail because now I have tractor tracks going in like 3 different directions and I don't know which one the trail is. I'm on the outer trail here, so there should only be one trail in this area that I am. So why there's these other tracks, I'm not sure, and why they had to drive over the trail, I'm not sure either. It's not helping the conditions of the trail. It's now like running through mud and stuff at this point instead of just running on snow, and the snow is a lot more enjoyable. All right, I guess I'm going this way, and if it dead ends, I'm coming back this way. We'll see. All right, well, the direction that I took back there was a dead end. Again, I don't really know what the point of that was. I guess just to confuse people and hopefully make sure that they get lost in the woods in the snow, something. But I'm pretty sure I've found the normal trail again, at least I hope so. I'm only a mile into the run. The outer loop is 3 miles, and then I'm probably gonna do part of the inner part too. I guess everybody's on the inner loop, because I haven't seen anybody out here. Of course, I could be lost at this point. I might not be on the trail at all. Okay, well, I've completely lost the trail at this point. They've just torn this whole area up. There's no way of telling where the trail is or isn't. Now, I'm not actually truly lost. You can hear cars driving by here. There's a main road that runs parallel to the section that I'm on here, so I'm not lost, but I'm not where I'm supposed to be. So I gotta find my way back to the actual trail. And because I basically lost the trail up there, I'm gonna have to go back the way I came, back to the parking lot, and then go try the other side of the trail. So my hopes of doing a loop on the outside, that isn't gonna happen now. So I'll be lucky to get in 5 miles just running around the other part of the trail, I guess. We'll see how it goes. I may not even be able to get 5 miles in today like I was hoping. We'll see. All right, let's try running again. All right, made it back to the main trail here, so that's good news. It's an interesting run so far, and we haven't even gone very far at this point, unfortunately. Now Inga's back in the parking lot sitting in the truck waiting for me, so can't really afford to get lost out here and you know, take my time finding my way back because we have stuff to do this afternoon here in about an hour. So I'm very limited on time. I'd like to just come out here and explore the woods, maybe get a little lost, but can't do that today. Okay, we made it back to the main staging area, and I've now hopped on one of the shorter inside loop trails. Hopefully they didn't destroy this one as well. I really don't know what they were doing with the other one. Kind of aggravating, but it is what it is. We're still out here running. That's all that counts, I guess. So we continue on our way. I don't know if I've actually ever been on this. Actually, no, I have been on this inside trail before, that's right. I've never ran on it. I usually run the outside loop because it's the longest, but I have walked through these inside trails in the past. See somebody walking their dog over there. It's the first person I've seen in a while. All right, so now we're on the opposite side of the trail. We're on the other part of the outer loop, and we're at, what are we at? 2.75 miles. So I'm just gonna run out a little bit and run back. I don't have enough time to try to complete a loop or anything, or even hopefully find my way to the other section of the trail. So I'm just gonna do my probably a mile and a quarter out, mile and a quarter back. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk about last night's Bruce Willis movie. So it was another wonky one. We were gonna do Glass last night, but we got home really late, and Inga was really tired and she didn't want to try to make it through a full movie. So I put on one that she would probably just fall asleep to and I could finish. And it was called Survive the Game. Not to be confused with the Ice-T movie Surviving the Game. Totally different movie. This one, Survive the Game, is a newer movie starring Bruce Willis and a bunch of random people. Hold on, I came to an intersection here. Where am I at? I think I'm going this way. Okay, anyway, back to the movie. It was one of those not so great Bruce Willis movies, unfortunately. Now, he did play a detective, and they were trying to take down some bad guys, him and his partner, and then they end up teaming up with some dude who they end up on this person's property, and this person ends up being a good Samaritan and helps them take down the bad guys, yada yada. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was terrible. Like, if you got nothing else to watch, it's worth watching. But if you're looking for a good Bruce Willis movie, look elsewhere. This isn't it. This one is not it. I'm gonna rate it at, it's a tough one. I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars. 3 out of 5. I don't wanna say it was super terrible to where it's gonna get like a 2 or 2.5, but it was a bit of a bore fest, to be sure. It's very peaceful out here. I'm pretty deep into the trail. I'm very tempted to keep going because this should run into where I got stopped at some point and got turned around basically. But like I mentioned before, I don't have time. I got to get back to the truck so we can go get some things done. But yeah, I'm turning around at this point. I'm at just about 4 miles. So by the time I get back, I'll be at 5. But I just wanted to stop and just kind of enjoy the, well, it was silent until the airplane started flying by. But yeah, all right, back to running. almost back to the parking lot here, almost done with the run, and I just scared some guy half to death. I was coming up behind him, he was walking on the trail, and I thought he heard me coming. I mean, I'm running in my ice cleats, I'm breathing heavy, but he had like his whatchamacallit on his head, and yeah, he just didn't hear me. And then I got real close and he turned around, saw me, and got freaked out. It was my fault. I should have yelled that I was coming up behind him, but like I said, I thought he heard me. Whoops. All right, we made it back to the truck, and we indeed met our mile goal for the day. We did our 5 miles, which is good. I was worried there I was going to end up at 3 or 4 again like yesterday, and 3 or 4 is still better than none. Obviously, it still continues the run streak, but I was hoping to get a little bit more of a workout in today, and I got it, because that trail was pretty rugged with the snow going up the hills and all the, you know, twists and turns and all that stuff. Ended up being quite a workout. I'm pretty sweaty underneath all this stuff. Good news is I brought a change of clothes here, so I'm gonna change into that. That way we can go do some shopping and some other things. We'll see you guys later.